Just recently I hit 100 hours played in PlanetSide 2, which isn't something I can say about a lot of single player games, let alone a free to play MMO shooter with lots of glaring technical issues and a hazy future and possible pay to win features. I'm kidding about that last part, but having realised I've put a good 100 hours into PlanetSide 2 and I'm not even close to being sick of it, I figured I'd be into this game for the long haul. It's BR100 or bust, which made me think about my YouTube channel. PlanetSide 2 is the bread and butter here, it's the main source of content and that's going to remain true for the foreseeable future. But despite that fact, there's still a desire to do more, to offer more and varied content aside from PlanetSide 2. But speaking from negative experiences in the past, I don't just want to jump on another thing and hope for the best that it works. I've always been a fan of the concept of playthrough videos, you know, where you record yourself playing a game and add some commentary and then upload it in parts until you complete the game. I've done it in the past with varying degrees of success and I'm hesitant to go down that route just yet, not without a clear and present interest from you, the viewer. I figured if anything right now multiplayer games might be better, so I had a look at Battlefield 4. BF4 is a multiplayer shooter with infantry, ground and air combat on a large map with lots of players and lots of squads. Sounds pretty good. So I hopped on a 64 slot server with one of the larger maps and had a run around to see what's what, and much to my chagrin I found very little. There are active squads but there's no voice chat, barely any text chat, and what little there is someone trash talking another or criticising a certain weapon for being overpowered or underpowered. There's just no sense of direction or community. Hardly anyone was playing the objective at all, everything just felt slow and directionless and boring almost. There's a commander mode in the game which I haven't seen used whatsoever. I tried many different servers and not a single one offered any sense of enjoyable gameplay. Everything felt like a battle of attrition whittling down player tickets, which is the game's source of limited spawns for each team. Until the match came to a close, I noticed I felt about Battlefield 4 the way I used to feel about Call of Duty versus Battlefield 4. Call of Duty was the fast-paced, twitchy shooter with no real rewarding tactical or squad gameplay, and that's fine because it's not trying to be that kind of game. But now that I play Battlefield 4 and compare it to PlanetSide 2, BF4 feels like a twitchy, directionless shooter, except it's possibly worse than Call of Duty to Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 wants to be a tactical squad-based shooter with a lot of objective play, but it's stuck somewhere between. It's neither one or the other, or worse yet, matches ebb and flow between both playstyles and never settles on one. I decided if everyone plays Battlefield 4 like the twitchy shooter it is, or is not, then I might as well play to its perceivable strength by loading up a server with a lower population, a smaller map, and either no objective or a simple flag trading game like Domination. What this led to was finding even deeper problems with the game. Its reliance of severe lag compensation, the fast time to kill, compounded with poorly balanced maps with terrible spawn systems and a poorly balanced in-game unlock economy, I found it to be an absolutely frustrating and unplayable mess. Even in a kinetic sense, the game feels like you're playing underwater. Everything is so floaty and bouncy and inaccurate, there's so much head bob and quote-unquote realism effects. So not only is it stuck somewhere between a twitchy shooter and a squad-based tactical game, but it can't decide if it wants to sport realism or drop the realism for a more enjoyable playstyle. This may be a harsh criticism of the game, but in truth it's only because I'm disappointed in not finding a nice alternative to PlanetSide 2. I said it in another video, I'm open to changing my opinion given the opportunity to do so I won't write Battlefield 4 off entirely, but for now it's unfortunately not going to be an alternative to my regular content. In fact, right now, doing those playthrough videos I mentioned looks more and more enticing. If I ever do that, however, it'll be on a separate channel, so not to fill your feed with content you might not want to see. Let me know what you think about alternative or supplemental content for the channel, because I'm all ears. As for Battlefield 4, well, maybe I'd be better off playing Call of Duty, because at least that game knows what it wants to be, it's locked down its playstyle. Right now, Battlefield feels like it's stuck in a limbo, and it's sad, because I really used to love those games.